my world.
You're not in Kansas anymore!
Number 5 on this list goes to Cool World. Now, I will say that this is the very last Ralph Baskin film that's on this list. But I will have to say that, out of all the films he has done, I believe this is the worst one out of all of them. I really do not like this film. The plot makes no sense, I think it's pretty stupid, and it's a blatant ripoff of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Now, I might be bashed for this, but yeah, that's how I just feel about it. And some people may not agree, but I just don't really like this film. In any case, though, I did have to put on the list because it is pretty strange. The atmosphere is pretty creative, but also weird, and the characters are a type that aren't just remembered for how they look, but also for their personality. But seriously, though, this movie was just a complete mess for me. So, nothing much else to say is that if you're a fan of Ralph Baskin, then you probably are going to like this film, but I just feel that this was his worst movie and a definite waste of Brad Pitt's talent.
This place should be erased.
Hey, it's a living.
Cool world.
Earthworm Jim, the soil he did crawl. Earthworm Jim, a super fall. Jim was super dirt, eating chewy length of worm flesh, but all that came to a...
Number 4 on the list goes to Earthworm Jim, the TV show which is inspired by a series of popular video games with the same title. Earthworm Jim was a show I used to watch a very long time ago when I was just a kid, and it always made me laugh, especially due to the fact that Jim was also played by the same guy who voices Homer Simpson. Now, just by its title, you just know it's going to be a weird show, especially since it's about a worm who finds a power suit to fight off bad guys such as Dr. Monkey for a head, Evil the Cat, Psy-Crow, and Queen Slug for a butt. Hehe. In any case, though, this would have gone higher on the list, though, if it wasn't really based off a video game, but unfortunately, it has to stay at number 4. I would recommend anyone out there definitely go check it out, but it's very rare and hard to find, and also, like most of my favorite TV shows back then, it was cancelled very early on in the years. Number 3 on this list goes to The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Now, I just felt like I had to put the show on the list, not because of how weird it is, but also because of its importance. It's no shock to anyone who watches Cartoon Network today can see this network has gone through an extreme downfall. But I felt that The Grim Adventures could have been the turning point for all that. For one thing, it was an original idea, following two kids, one really dumb, the other one very moody, who for some reason befriend the Grim Reaper. And of course, madness, chaos, and their own brand of weirdness ensues. And it was a very entertaining show to watch. But the problem I had with it is that as the show continued, it went from entertaining to just getting weirder and weirder, and my brother feels the same way. And I just felt that Cartoon Network really had something here. For one thing, the show lasted very long, and only got cancelled recently. But now, it's been cancelled completely, and by the end of it, it just got so weird that it wasn't even really that fun to watch anymore. And it could have been a turning point for Cartoon Network to go back to their more original shows, their last original show being one of my favorites, Ed, Edd and Eddy. So in the end, if you want to look back at what Cartoon Network used to be, or just watch any of the original shows, or if you want to watch something that's even close to an original show, please do check out The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It's entertaining, but also very strange. Oh boy. Number 2 on this list goes to Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I'd just like to say that this was the very first stop-motion animated film I ever watched when I was a little kid. And not only did I think it was really weird, it scared the crap out of me. I mean, really, when I watched this when I was a little kid, I turned away from the screen so much it wasn't even funny. This scene alone I could not look at because it scared me so bad. I mean, I thought it was just me, but no. My neighbor refuses to watch this movie ever again, and he's 20 years old. Now, don't get me wrong, just because I say the movie is weird and scary does not mean it's bad. It's become one of my favorite movies ever. And for one thing, it's one of Tim Burton's best and of course Disney's finest. And it's a shame that they don't pay much attention to it. Well, besides Kingdom Hearts, that is. For one thing, I recommend anyone out there to definitely go check out this film. because of its unique storyline and its very strange atmosphere and strange characters. But it fits it all together so well. I don't really want to go into too much detail with it because I plan on reviewing this film completely this Christmas, which I promised a good friend of mine, Urban for Everyone, which I would do last year, but unfortunately I did not, so I apologize for that. But again, definitely check out this film. It's very weird, and for God's sakes, do not show it to your little kids because it will never leave them. They will be scared the crap out of. For God's sakes, have some common sense. Do not show them this movie. Alright everyone, here it is. You've been waiting for it. My number one pick for the weirdest, strangest animated film or TV show is... Good God. Number one on this list is Invader Zim. I mean, this is just a show I cannot wrap my mind around. I don't think anyone else can. For one thing, it seems like to be a story we've all heard before. An alien goes down to Earth to try and take over the world. It seems simple, right? But no, it goes way beyond that. For one thing, the alien himself is pretty crazy. His name is Zim, and he's played by Richard Horvitz, who also plays Billy and Billy and Mandy. And he's just trying whatever he can, no matter how messed up it is, to try and take over the world. And for one thing, his little sidekick Gurr is probably one of the most memorable and cutest characters anyone can ever see. Well, it's not just them I have a problem with, and that's a problem in a good way. It's that everyone else on Earth, besides Dib and Gaz, either seems paranoid, or crazy, or schizophrenic. I mean, seriously. I put this show on number one on my list because it is very entertaining to watch, and it's a shame that Nickelodeon doesn't give a crap about it. I mean, seriously. And this show only lasted for 2 seasons, and Nickelodeon decided to just cancel it out of the blue, just like that. And I also put it up on number one on the list because this show has the power to take very simple little topics, whenever as simple as they get, and transform it and twist it into some diabolical, messed up little plan that Zim can concoct. For instance, in one episode, Zim, he's at school and he has to go see the school nurse. But if she goes to see him, she'll find out he's an alien. So what does he do? He starts to harvest every other student's organs to claim them as their own and replace them with every household object. And not to mention that anyone has the power to really screw up something as simple as Christmas into some diabolical plan to take over the world. It is frightening. I mean, it's frightening, it's twisted, it's out of this world, it's Invader Zim. The number one weirdest, strangest, craziest show that needs a film I've ever watched. I don't know if many of you can agree with me with that, but that's just how I feel. And I recommend anyone out there to definitely check out the show because it's everywhere. It's gotten very strong popularity, even though it got canceled very soon. But please do check it out, but you might not be intact afterwards. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this list. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time, because right now I need to get my sanity back.
I'm a gummy bear.